All right, so now I'm going to give you the simplest way that I would go about it to become a network engineer. Again, if I had to start from scratch on day one. So this is day two. I would definitely learn the OSI model. You can go find any cheat sheet online. And I would just study the OSI model. More importantly, you need to understand how this OSI model works, because you're going to be using this every day as a network engineer, as you're working and collaborating with other people that are in tech, whether they're people that work with servers or people that work with firewalls. Everybody's going to be referencing the different layers in this OSI model. So you need to study that, and you need to really drill down as to what each of these layers are doing. But you would really just want to focus on the physical, data, and the network layers. Those are where most of your work and everything and all of your knowledge is going to come from. And that's what I would focus a lot on. Yes, you need to know about transport. Yes, all of the other ones, session, presentation. But as a network engineer, and you're focused on becoming a network engineer, you're only going to have to focus on these three layers as far as your troubleshooting, as far as your responsibility. But when you become more senior in your role, yes, you will be getting those upper layers. But as a beginner, just focus on physical, data link, and network, and what each of those layers do and how they play that role in this whole entire model. All right, the second thing you need to be doing on day two is understanding all the different networking devices that you have. You need to understand the routers, the switches, the hubs, what layer of that OSI model that each of them are operating at, and what their basic function is. So however you take notes, however you study, you're going to have to understand what servers are doing, firewalls, load balancers, all of that kind of stuff. I would look up the different networking devices. And finally, I would just look and study all of the different connectors and different cabling and all of those different kind of interfaces and everything, like the different fiber optics and everything. But as far as if you're studying for the CCNA, I wouldn't focus too much on all of the fiber and all of that connection. Even for the real world stuff, unless you're working in a data center, you're not really going to have to worry about that. All you really have to worry about is understanding about RJ45, your basic standard Ethernet cable that you see on a computer. Just really understand how the pinouts and how it's built, how the cable is built, how it's taken apart. If you got time to take one apart, if you can do that little project